I'll check it out. I do follow you on YouTube, or I'm subbed to you on YouTube. I mean.
Okay. Yeah, I recorded when I was playing it live, and matter of fact, that was my last live. So you should see that on there. It's the start of the game. You see it. So
I generally tell him to go away just because he's kind of a dick. Like, I mean, he's pretty racist towards everyone that's not human.
well, that's what I did on this one this time. See what he was saying, and I was very shocked when I heard that. So.
Oh, I know. Like, he's not even shy about it too. He's like, "Do you even know what color your blood is anymore?" I'm like, wow, you have issues, dude.
I thought that was funny. I decided to do that last the other night. Somebody was saying, I thought, man, that was good. So, yeah. I was playing a male shepherd, so I don't know if the female shepherd did that or not. Male shepherd that happened. So.
Yeah, the dialogue in that. That's one of the things where the dialogue is exactly the same for both.
I didn't know that. I just did that for the heck of it, and I started laughing. So. I've been doing that, so. I've been getting the hang of this OBS thing, though. Okay. I seen Tim's thumbnail there, so I guess he wants me to be a Turian, so I guess I'll be him today.
Just know sorry so you don't distract him.
I can hear you, Tim.
Yeah, stream's different than Discord, Curtis.
Oh, okay. Okay. It's the elusive man. He's banning your signal.
There we go. There we go. Now you should be able to hear me. There we go. So, Sir Gabby, can you hear me now? Hopefully, the answer is yes.
Kind of like that AT&T commercial. Do you hear me now?
Always some technical. Always some technical.
Still works though.
You get into the room temperature gin a bit early.
No, I've not even started tonight. Got nice, nice bit of Merlot to crack open once I finish the stream.
To mix your gin with?
No, that'll just be too wrong. Hey there, Cody. Nice to see you. I'm hoping someone can just confirm that the mic is now on. And working okay. I think we're okay with the regular sound. I think you can hear the gunshots and what have you. It is excellent. Thank you, Cody. Much appreciated. So, yeah. Nobody's actually heard my introduction. Mick is working now. Excellent. Yeah, welcome to the stream.
I could do take 2.
Yeah, take 2. Introduction, take 2. So yeah, welcome. If it's your first time here, we do a weekly Mass Effect 3 multiplayer stream, as well as Mass Effect videos during the week too. So make sure you hit the like, subscribe button if you enjoy it. If you don't, then don't, I guess. And yeah, just chip back. We've got a bit of a conversation starter, I think, with Saren. I thought not really many people talk about him. So I thought we'll start off with there, and we'll probably end up talking about Dragon Age. That's what we normally do.
And why Wynn is a terrible character.
And why Wynn is a terrible character. Mix in there with a bit of Star Wars: The Old Republic as well. Saw your Sith outfit. How much did you spend on that?
The chest piece was 500 million credits. I've been saving for it for a little bit.
I think you might have got ripped off there a bit. Ow. Ow, ow, ow.
Old, it was about 800 million for all the dyes and different armor pieces. 850 million. Actually, speaking of that, Sid, do you know off the top of your head, because there's a billion things in the cartel market, do you know if there's like, if they have a thing for like more skin colors? Because a couple people were complaining that she wasn't red enough.
Yeah, there is. Oh, I don't know if you can do it for your main. Yeah, you must be able to do it your main character.
Yeah, because I've bought a whole bunch of stuff for like hairstyles and facial hair and stuff, but I wasn't sure if they had like a skin color thing for aliens.
I know there's a vendor on. There's a vendor on Belarus, not Belarus,
Belsalvis?
Yeah, Belsalvis, that you can do that for your companion. And he sells all different companion skin colours and hairstyles and outfits and...
Oh, you're just talking about like appearance changes, right? 'Cause
yeah.
Every companion, yeah. There's vendors for that on the fleets and on Coruscant and Droman Kaz too. Yeah, I was pretty happy with how she turned out. Like Darth Talon's always been one of my favorite Sith Lords
Yeah.
for a while, so to be able to do that in game was pretty cool. Or close to it, anyway.
Enemy force approaching.
Oh, man. Okay. Oh, that big brute.
Ah.
Yeah, he was just a bit showing off there.
I haven't played the new expansion yet. Heard it was buggy.
Oh, he got you too, Tim.
No,
There are still some bugs in it.
I was having this really weird bug after the update. I'm still doing my origin story. But yeah, I was having this like really weird bug where the enemy mobs were going to like take a shot, and I got a load of kind of like coloured bars where their shot was going to go. Proper weird. Almost like
I'm not sure what that's called, but I think that was intentional. If you're
is it?
assuming what you're talking about is what I'm thinking of.
It looks really ugly, and it's not happened for a while actually, but right after the update, about a week.
Good work. That's it. Enemy is regrouping.
I've been having issues with mob enemies just like falling through the, not like dying, but just like clipping through the floor, and then they can still attack you, but you can't attack them. I don't know if anyone else has had that.
I've had it where they've gone into a wall and they're just shooting, but I've just run away from them, and eventually they either follow you or it kind of. Yeah, it's like disengage the combat. So. Oh, that was clever.
Oh, hello.
I really should learn to bring some health packs with me. Oh, that's.
Oh, man. Well, I try to save you, Tim.
Nah, no worries, guys.
Big old brute's trying to kill me. Ah, he's still trying to kill me.
You should stream Sotor. Would love to see how you play through the story with the choices you make. I did consider it at one point, but with Star Wars being so heavily restricted with like the music and the, I always thought that streaming Star Wars, you're just going to get content like.
You could stream it with the music, all the sound on, with the music off, and then just have like some royalty-free stuff in the background. I don't know, maybe.
Seemed like a lot of effort, just to not get. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, because all my SWTOR videos on my YouTube channel always get claimed too. So
Really?
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching this one person was playing Gran Turismo 7, and it had some music on there, and then later on the video got blocked because certain music was on there.
Usually whenever a game uses like actual music and not like music like made in-house, like Guardians of the Galaxy, like everyone was having major issues when that came out a couple months ago, streaming it too.
Ah, roll away quick enough.
Squad member offline.
Oh, that's just mean, isn't it? It's like sucking all my blood out.
Squad member offline.
Well, I mean, they're called cannibals for a reason.
Team member is hurt.
Yeah.
Targets are lit. Mission accomplished.
Uh-oh. That's dang brute.
Squad member is
Uh-oh. Well, I'm a goner.
Diana needs to join the Discord so we can chat at the same time. There is a Discord, by the way, if anybody wants to join it. There's a link in the description. Not very good at advertising these things.
I kind of helped you out, Tim. I did share this stream into my Facebook page. It might get you some more people.
Ah, fab.
stay alert.
Did these on Twitch, I could host you.
I did start off on Twitch before I started the YouTube channel, but I kind of the problem with Twitch is that
I
you
do have
always
Twitch.
have to be online.
Sorry.
Ah, I really should like play somebody else. Thank you.
Are you still your lady with the sword? I didn't even look.
No.
Team member is hurt.
No, I'm the Cerberus. I'm the Cerberus guy with the whippy things.
The Adept or the Vanguard?
Team member has gone dark.
I'm gonna go with the Adept.
Do you have Singularity or Charge?
Charge.
Okay, so you're the Vanguard.
Yeah, I know my characters.
Those two Cerberus characters are absolutely identical, except for that one difference.
I do like playing the engineer. Sometimes you get those attack drones and stuff. Those come in handy.
Twitch is crazy. Yeah, but yeah. I mean, like I say, I did start off on Twitch, Cody. But yeah, in order to get noticed, you've got to be on there a lot. And then when you're not offline, nobody knows anything about you. And you can't really put like videos and stuff on there. And that's why I moved over to YouTube, because people still find you.
Team member is hurt.
I do have Twitch, Tim, but I never have used it.
So if we probably should at least make some kind of effort to talk about Saren. The question being, should Saren have played a larger part in the Mass Effect game, in the series. Do you think they should have killed him off at the end? Well, I mean, they did kill him off, but was it right to kill him off? Should he have come back? Should he have been a possible, like, secret companion where you could have, I don't know, maybe the question at the end, where instead of him shooting himself, that he actually joins your party or something?
I would have been fine if they, because he always reminded me of Logain anyway,
Yeah,
and you can have Logain join you if you want.
yeah,
So I mean, yeah, that could have been cool. Like I would have personally, I would have liked if Saren hadn't been quite so indoctrinated, because by the end he's just a puppet. It would have been more interesting to me anyway if he had still been had a lot more of his humanity, and then so he would have been more of a person who might have actually been. Because at the start, he was only doing what he was doing because he's like, we can't beat the Reapers, we have to join them, right?
yeah.
Which is kind of what Logain did. But then at the end, he was just indoctrinated, so... Yeah, I would have liked them to have kept them a bit more in the middle. Like if he was working against the Council, but was still like in control of his own mind and body kind of thing.
Be kind of like Darth Vader in a way.
Hot Dog says now he had his time in Mass Effect 1. Ooh. Oh, hello. Ah, there's a window there. I'm sure there was a door there.
That dude just stuck me on the back. That's not good.
Personally, I think Saren should have been fleshed out more. I know there's a book, but some people don't like to read. Yeah, I mean, that's true. I mean, I quite enjoyed the Revelations book, but you wouldn't... If you just play the games, you don't really get a lot. He doesn't get a lot of screen time. He doesn't get any decent boss fights, apart from the end one.
Tim, would you like to see a game of early version of Anderson and who was the other guy? Saren?
I don't know. It might be interesting
Well, like,
to see it on screen.
You mean like a prequel DLC where it would be like you'd play the mission him and Saren did together?
Yeah. And how Anderson became a Spectre and stuff like that, and how he lost it. You know. Be kind of interesting.
Yeah, I think I'd like to see it. Like Hot Dog says there, not everybody has the time or the energy to read comics in the books and stuff.
Don't you have Siri read books to you?
I do, yeah.
I think one thing they could have done that I'm not 100% sure how I would have felt how I would have felt about it is, like, do you know in Dragon Age when you're running around trying to get everything organized for the land meet, every couple missions or so, there'll be like a brief cutscene showing you what Logain's doing. Like, on one hand, that's really cool, but on the other hand, like, you would have no idea what he was doing if, like, if it was actually going on. So, I mean, like, would it help or hurt the game, like, if they had after every main mission, if you had, like, a little cutscene showing what Saren was doing while you were on Pharos or Noveria or whatever? Or would you like that?
But they did kind of, didn't they? There's a couple of times you see him with Benezia and... But yeah, I think he definitely should have got more screen time, that's for sure. I can see why they made, they had him as a hologram for his trial. Oh. Sorry, Curtis, I was trying to get to you.
That's okay.
Oh my word.
Ah.
Oh, I'm out of ammo again.
I mean, like, not to keep using Logain as a comparison, but Logain was such an interesting and good character specifically because you always knew what he was doing and what was going on, whereas Saren, outside of a couple brief cutscenes, there's not a whole lot of interaction with him.
No, there isn't. It's, yeah, that... ammo. Yeah, they should have. I think they definitely should have used him more. And like you say, if you got the, because you're always one step behind him, aren't you? Anyway, so if you could see what he was doing or which planets he had gone to, like if you go to a planet, then you get a cutscene of him at a different planet. You think, oh, maybe I should have gone there, but like the game could be, it could configure. No matter which planet you always went to first, he would be at the other one. To kind of give you that, full-on sense that you're always one step behind him. Oh my word!
Squad member down. Targets down. Outstanding work.
Well, that's just rude.
I wonder if it would have been difficult to implement, but I wonder if they could have done something like, say, if you go to Pharos and then he's at Noveria, or vice versa, and then depending on which order you do them, he'll be at a different planet, and then so like if you go to Pharos and then Noveria, because he's already been to Noveria, it'll change the mission slightly, but then, like, I don't know, do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, it gives you that sense that you are that one, you are the one step behind him the entire time. No worries, Diana. Why didn't Saren kill the Ara? Because she knows I lost. Did he actually meet the Ara? Got someone coming on your left hand side. Behind you, behind you.
Squad member offline.
You got two of them behind you.
I know, and apparently getting slapped once kills you.
Aborting mission.
But yeah, it's kind of like how I was always saying about Mass Effect 3. Kind of, it's sort of similar. Like in Mass Effect 3, you're always supposed to be on the clock and racing against time and never have enough time to do anything. But in reality, you can just spend as much time as you want just farting around the galaxy and nothing real. There's no real sense of urgency. So it's like one idea I always had was it would have been cool if like you had to pick and choose certain missions. Like you could help Tarquin defuse the bomb on Tachanka, or you could go to Grissom Academy, but you couldn't do both. Or you could try to help save Admiral Chorus, or you could shut down the Geth fighter server, but you couldn't do both, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I mean, if they could have done something like that in Mass Effect 1, where like if you go to Pharos right away, you say you'll get the Cipher, but then you might miss something on Novaria because Saren's already been there, like that kind of thing.
And it's one of the reasons why I prefer Mass Effect 2 to Mass Effect 3 as well, is that pacing issue. Hey, pylon.
Mass Effect 1 is kind of a little short of a game, isn't it?
Well, if you only do the main story, you can finish it in like a day. But if you do all the side stuff, it's about 35 or 40 hours probably, I'd guess.
Yeah, I mean, with Mass Effect 2, you're building a team, and you've got to go on a suicide run at some point. So it kind of makes sense that you kind of go about the galaxy and you can, you know, upgrade your ship and spend time, you know, making sure you got the right team and that they're all focused on the mission. Whereas Mass Effect 1 and 3, you're supposed to be against the clock, so why would you be spending your time, you know, chasing over after a galaxy after a flag or something? And there's like, you know, people dying, you know, planets dying and stuff, and
Exactly. Like, I mean, they tried to implement that in 3, because it is possible to miss some of the missions, but you have to really try. And I don't think it's done particularly well either.
Well, I think I messed up one of the side missions on Mass 1 the other day. You remember you went to the one of them bars and had the casinos and stuff there, and you're supposed to track down the someone is advertising the winnings in the gambling casinos. You're supposed to track it down. For some reason, I didn't get a chance to finish that.
Oh, you mean where you have to follow the signal around?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it turns out to be an AI in the back of the Hanar's gun store.
Yeah.
Forces will attempt to stop you. Lock the area down.
I did it twice pretty good, but this third time around, and for some reason, it didn't work this time around. I must have messed something up.
Hot Dog, Isn't impressed how they force Liara on you.
Yeah, he's not alone. I know a lot of people think that she's very clingy and she's forced to be there. I mean, I get what they were going for with Liara in the first game, having her be like this, you know, dorky bookworm who's afraid of her own shadow. But for how often she talks about how she's always off by herself in the middle of nowhere doing these expeditions, and she's had run-ins with native life forms and giant animals and stuff, you'd think she could also stand up for herself a little bit.
But then you take her out on an away mission. She knows exactly how to use a gun and her powers and.
Well, I wonder though, would it make Mass Effect 1 better or worse if she was confined to the ship just because she was, for all intents and purposes, a scientist who had never picked up a gun before?
It would make more sense, wouldn't it?
It would, but it's like I said though. I mean, she talks about how she's always off by herself doing these excavations and stuff in the middle of nowhere, far away from civilization. So she's like, I know how my biotics have always got me out of trouble before, and this and that. But then the second anyone, like when the Krogan comes on Therum, she just curls up into a ball. It doesn't really make sense.
I mean, with the expeditions and that, she's not going to be going on to hostile planets and stuff like you say. It's going to be.
Well, that's the thing. She never specifically says what happens, but she does say, I forget the exact quote, but when Shepard asks her, like, oh, do you not like other people? And she's like, oh, well, that's why I spend so much time by myself at dig sites, because before the Geth, I've never run into anything my biotics couldn't handle before. So, like, that makes me think that she's run into, like, something, so she knows that how to handle some danger, but I don't know.
I love that punch.
Do you have the gauntlet so you can do it with other characters?
No. Liara's. Yeah, I think Hot Dog. She's BioWare's favourite. So.
Because I mean, like, if you go camping by yourself in the middle of nowhere, I mean, you might see like a coyote or a mountain lion or something, and that's pretty dangerous, but not like life-threatening. So I guess maybe that's what Liara is talking about.
Yeah.
When she says that.
I mean, she's not going to be going into the battle zones to do her research, is it? It's going to be the odd.
Stay alert. Enemy is regrouping.
The odd person or wildlife.
Here they come.
blow myself up. Oh, that wasn't clever. I'm sure those creatures that use close range combat, not guns.
Well, she's pretty small too, though, so that's something else to keep in mind.
Welcome to the crew.
That's a new subscriber there, by the sound of it. Vangiona, I think that says. If you're watching the stream, welcome, welcome.
Where did you go? Where are you? Ah, hell. Pardon the language.
Some good work down there. Stay alert. Enemy is regrouping.
Okay.
It's alright, you still swear less than PB.
And that's why you like her.
No, I like her because, yeah, she's reasonably intelligent. She drinks way too much. And it is basically me.
Oh, stood up at the wrong time there.
Yeah.
Blimey.
Oh, I'm trying to get you. She keeps ducking on the wall. Ah. Nose camera wearing red.
Do you red shirt?
Yep.
Was it Gears of War 2, I think? One of the guys' last name is actually Redshirt. It's the greatest thing ever.
Does he get killed?
Yeah, he gets killed like 5 seconds after you meet him.
Brilliant.
I think it's Gears. It's one of the Gears games. I'm 95% sure it's Gears of War 2.
It's a series I could never get into. I tried, but just really didn't like it.
You don't like chainsaw guns?
No. Ow. Oh, I'm having a mare today. I mean, I'm not that great at the best of times, but even so, I thought I was getting a bit better. Probably need to go back to my sword woman character.
I wish I had some more rockets instead of two.
Strategic enemy personnel are on site. Locate those targets. Take them out. Confirmed kill. We've marked the new target. Have the targets taken down. New target has been spotted. Confirmed kill. One more target being added.
Boy, Tim was sliding across the floor there.
Squad member down. Targets are eliminated. Good work.
Brandon, welcome. Anyone else think that Liara should have had a voice actor with a strong German accent? That's not something I've ever considered. I think it could
People
work well.
probably would have thought she was a villain then.
Dog.
but don't people say that? Like, has there ever been a good guy in a movie or a video game that had a German accent?
Stay alert. Enemy is regrouping.
Um,
Enemies approaching.
Well, I'm legitimately trying to think of one and I can't.
I want to think an Avengers somewhere, but
Oh, hello there.
Squad member in trouble.
See, the Avengers always kind of confuse me a little bit. Like, Thanos already won at the end of Infinity War, so what did they even make Endgame for?
what what I couldn't understand with that is with Endgame, they kind of just turned up within 5 minutes, like killed him. It's like you took an entire film, you've just undone an entire film in the first 10 minutes of this one.
That's the risk you run whenever there's time travel involved, is something stupid almost always happens.
I'm surprised Star Wars hasn't done that yet.
Ah, there you go. Look, the German bounty hunter in Django Unchained. German guy.
Oh, that's right, I forgot about that. Yeah. I should watch that again, I haven't seen it in a while.
I've only watched it the once.
Did you see the Hateful Eight too, or just Django Unchained?
No, I haven't seen the Hateful Eight. I bet it's like 6 hours long or something like that.
Well, movies are getting to be pretty crazy.
Yeah, I heard the new Batman movie's about 3 hours long.
I liked it, it just, there's some really stupid things in it that kind of bothered me, but on the whole it was really good.
How's the new actor doing it on Batman?
I like Robert Pattinson, I just wish he had bulked up a bit more, because he looks like a stick.
Team member has gone dark.
Maybe he's a new breed.
Also, I'm going to say something now, like, I'm not going to spoil anything, but the chat is either going to love me or hate me. The actress did a really good job, but I kind of just am bored and don't like Catwoman. I mean, she's not really that interesting, she's just a capper, like a burglar. I mean, I would much rather, there's so many other more interesting female villains, like, give me Poison Ivy or Talia al Ghul or something. But it's always Catwoman, and she's not even interesting.
I've heard
But
that
again, that's just me.
you could. I mean, I've not seen it yet, but I've heard that you could take Catwoman out of the film and it wouldn't matter at all.
Pretty much. And like I said, she's not, like, again, the actress does an amazing job with what she's given, but I just personally don't think Catwoman's interesting. She's just like a petty criminal, and sometimes is dating Batman.
Yeah, I wish they used more Poison Ivy. Sure. Animated too.
Who's shooting me? Oh, you. What happened there?
Down me, I'm on the other side. So,
Member needs help.
I'm coming, Curtis.
Oh, hello.
thank you. I got killed by your favorite character.
The stupid Scion.
Yeah. And I'm about a bunch of bugs.
Good shooting. Enemy is regrouping.
Brandon says I doesn't recall a strong Catwoman plot. Wasn't there an actual film entirely dedicated to Catwoman? I don't think I actually saw that one actually either, to be honest.
The 2004 movie with Halle Berry,
Yeah, that's the one.
where the plot was about a crazy woman who ran an evil beauty product company. It was top-notch stuff.
Probably why I didn't watch it. Oh, don't look at the chat while something's shooting you. Not clever.
What do you think about Halle Berry playing Catwoman?
I mean, it could have. I love Halle Berry, and it could have worked if it had a competent script. But that movie was just. It's not the worst movie I've ever seen, but it's up there.
Yeah, I think I watched it once too. I like Halle Berry. She did a good job on the role.
I mean, like Swordfish is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Ah, I love
And
Swordfish.
I loved her in. I loved her in Gothica too. Did you say you hate Swordfish, Tim, or you love it?
No, I love it. Brilliant film. Oh, I'm stuck. This guy not roll? I don't think he can he? Ah. Fabio, welcome to the stream. Happy Mass Effect 3 multiplayer still relevant even in 2022. I play very often in my good old PS3, and this is a silver match. Brandon also thinks Swordfish was good. You'd see a boobs in Swordfish, don't you?
Well, I think that's the one thing everyone remembers most. But beyond that, the movie is actually pretty good.
John Travolta as well, isn't it?
Well, you see John Travolta's boobs in every movie.
I got a DVD of her on the one of James Bond movies. Living Daylights, I think is the name of it.
Enemies down. Good
I don't think Halle Berry was in Living Daylights.
Enemy is regrouping.
I could be wrong, but I don't think she was either. But it's been a while.
Zero in on those targets and finish them.
I can't remember the name of it. I got it on DVD somewhere. Oops, sorry about that.
We've marked a new target.
I think it was it Live Tomorrow Never Dies?
I believe that's it.
She's been in one, hasn't she? Yeah, The Living Daylights was the 80s. Oh, I keep forgetting I can't roll with this guy.
Squad member offline.
Can't get out of the way quick enough.
Squad member
Ah. He never were read in way missions.
target still in play. Step on it. Confirmed. Target down. Last
I am. I'm going back to my
take him down. Squad member needs help.
sword woman. I think the next round.
The 80s doesn't feel like it was that long ago, but I turned 39 in a couple of weeks, so I guess it was pretty long ago.
We still have an active target.
It was.
Let's wrap this up.
It still boggles my mind that there are people who were born in the 90s that are in their 30s now.
Yeah, the 90s don't feel that far away.
Then again, there are people born in the 2000s who are doing porn now, so that's also kind of weird.
It's very weird. Okay, decisive topic time. Latest Doctor and Doctor Who. What are your
Matt
opinions?
Smith.
I don't actually watch Doctor Who. I've never actually seen it.
Well, if you talk about all of them, I kind of like Tom Baker.
Wait a second, a British science fiction fan who doesn't like Doctor Who?
Yeah. I heard the internet lost their shit when they cast a woman in the role.
That wasn't so much because it was a woman, it was because the writing was absolutely god-awful and they tried to change like 70 years of history.
It's kind of like having J.J. Abrams taking over Doctor Who.
The internet likes to think that nerdy men don't like women, but we just don't like bad characters.
That's fair, I suppose.
Warren, it's a wrap.
I never seen none of her episodes,
Enemy is still active. Stay alert.
so
You should find an episode called, what's it called? The Forgotten Children, I think. Just, if you can force yourself to watch that, and then you don't need to watch any more of the new stuff with Dr. Karen.
Team members hurt.
it was that bad, huh?
Yeah, just watch that one episode, if you can. I mean, it's pretty bad. You might have to turn it off to save your sanity, but if you can get through it...
Member offline.
No worries, Hot Dog. Thank you very much for coming. Take it easy, buddy.
Shuttle on its way. Find the LZ. Squad member in
Ah, I should have digged instead of that.
approaching LZ. Get moving.
Ah, hold your horse. We're getting there.
I mean, I guess you did say you've never seen an alien movie either, so... I mean,
Yeah.
are you sure you actually do like science fiction?
I really should make an effort to watch those, shouldn't I? Yeah.
Speaking of old games that have great multiplayer, the multiplayer for the 2010 Alien vs. Predator game is still really good. That game goes on sale on Steam all the time for like $3. I should buy it for everyone next time it does.
Brandon is laughing at your timeless child. Is that the episode?
Yeah, Timeless Children, that's it. Not forgot. What did I say? Forgotten Children?
Something like that. I'm guessing that's definitely one to watch then, is it?
Yeah, that's it. And then there was also one, it had like a really ridiculous name, like Spiders in Manchester or Spiders in Liverpool or something like that. It's awful. Like, I like Jodie Whittaker, but oh my god, that is so bad. Not my doctor.
Hey there, Dark Voice. Meanwhile, I still play the old StarCraft from time to time. Had a great multiplayer. I don't know if I've ever played StarCraft.
That's also very good. There aren't really a whole lot of RTSs now, though, if you think about it. I make a Civilization, and that's pretty much it.
No worries, Dan. Thank you very much for coming. Thanks for the game.
There has been rumors that David Tennant might return. I don't know how that'd be possible.
I mean, I have no idea what they're going to do, but I'm going to die on the hill that Matt Smith was the best Doctor.
Now I noticed that there's someone didn't like Clara. Kind of liked her in a way. See.
This location has been overrun. Lock down
I
this
bet
area.
Tim has seen
Enemy
Star
forces
Trek.
So what's the next topic of conversation? Yeah, he does. Tim has seen at least the Next Generation.
Yes. Yeah. I actually quite like the Next Generation.
Next Generation was the best show, but my favorite captain was Cisco.
See, I never watched
Yeah, I
any of
guess-
the
Deep Space Nine.
Deep Space. Oh yeah, that's it. I was going to say Babylon 5, but that's a different, completely different show, isn't it?
I think they're. I'm pretty sure they're different shows.
I do like Voyager.
I only saw the odd
I
episode
had a
here and
crush
there.
on
I never
Janeway.
actually watched that from start to finish.
Voyager's really good too. Yeah, I'm probably the only person who I think that I know anyway who liked Enterprise though.
Again, I watched a couple of episodes, but I couldn't get into it. I really like Scott Bakula as an actor, but then that's because I had my.
Are you also? Oh, sorry.
I was going to say I used to love watching Quantum Leap.
That was just what I was going to ask you. I actually had a spooky Quantum Leap story a couple of weeks ago. Funny mentioning that. Yeah, I was playing Counter-Strike with voice chat, and we were talking about old retro science fiction, and I mentioned that I loved Quantum Leap. And then, like 2 days later, I went on Amazon to look for a book, and guess what? Box set Blu-ray thing showed up in my recommended for you tab.
No way.
So I don't know if it was Alexa or Cortana or who, but someone in my house spied on me and overheard me say I like Quantum Leap, and then there it was on my Amazon recommended tab.
Big Brother's always watching.
I know, but it's kind of creepy when you actually have like proof of it like that, though.
Hey there, Nico. Nice to see you. Fabian's here too.
Enemy force approaching.
Knight Rider was another good one.
Yeah, Knight Rider was good.
Yeah. I love to look. I really like Knight Rider.
Squad member in trouble.
Got a complete season of it on
A-Team
Is
was
that
another
why
one
you're
of
so
my
afraid
favourites.
of your? Sorry.
I would say the A-Team was another one of my favourites. Back when I was a kid.
That was good. I was just gonna say, speaking of Knight Rider, Is that the reason you're always afraid of your vacuum taking over and kicking out of your house? Would be like if your car was like Kit.
Ow.
Squad member has flatlined. Team member is hurt.
Oh gosh, those guardians. I hate those guardians.
I don't think so.
Top marks, team. Enemy is
So what's everyone's favorite Marvel superhero movie, and why is it Thor: The Dark World?
an N7
I believe there might be some kind of subliminal message in there somewhere.
Stay close so your Omni tool keeps
I just always thought it was a good thing that Malekith didn't have like a speech impediment. You know, Malekith the Accursed.
member in trouble.
That was just terrible. Brandon says, what's the best enemy, Star Trek enemy?
I mean, I guess it would have to be the Borg, wouldn't it? Maybe just to be different, I'll say the Jem'Hadar.
I don't know who they were.
Species 8472 was really good too, but I'm not sure you could necessarily call them a villain.
You're almost there. Checking upload. It's good.
I really like Q.
Do you like Q or do you like John Delancey?
Yeah, maybe one of the, maybe a bit of both.
Well, he's back.
Would you consider the Tribbles villain?
To the Klingons.
I mean, they did kind of try to take over the ship, so...
Well, Scotty did beam the entire kit and caboodle to the engine room.
One more enemy. Outstanding work.
Oh,
Enemy is
bit
regrouping.
of lag there.
Reload.
Random likes the letter Q. Random. Nika says, I'd say BC's 8472 as well, but kind of neutral by the end of Star Trek Voyager.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, I don't think you could technically call them antagonists or villains or anything. They were just kind of there. They were super cool, though.
Ah, sorry, Curtis. I was just too
That's
slow.
okay.
Squad member offline.
See, I wouldn't mind watching the new Picard series, but hasn't it all gone like a bit weird with time travel and stuff? With like
Honestly,
Discovery and
it's
stuff.
not that good.
I hope that new Strange New Worlds will be a good one. I hope.
It kind of, to me, didn't even really feel like Star Trek. Like they made it way too edgy, and Picard feels like a side character in his own show.
But didn't they? Because it doesn't tie directly on to Generation though, does it? Because Discovery came and messed with some timeline, like Kirk and Spock are now alive, but they're different characters. And
I choose to believe that Discovery doesn't exist.
oh, okay.
Enemies approaching.
So yeah, it's kind of put me off, kind of trying to get my head around it all.
Yeah, Picard kind of, it felt like someone was like, oh my god, have you seen Game of Thrones? We can like have every other word be the F word, and then all kinds of like just crazy stuff, and it just like they missed the entire point of what Star Trek is.
Now, people saying that show Orville is more like Star Trek.
Oh yeah, the Orville's amazing.
Is that a comedy?
I think you're thinking of Red Dwarf.
No, but it's the Family Guy, isn't it? Seth somebody, innit?
Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah. I just assumed it's going to be a comedy. Brandon chooses to believe that the kids from the Magic School Bus are the same characters from Captain Planet. Oh!
Oh, that's fact.
Nico really liked this Star Trek Discovery.
Mission accomplished. They're down to 50% capability. A drone went dark here. Recover the data before the enemy. Drone is live. Stay close to escort it.
Velocity enabled. Providing assistance.
Watch out for the turret, Tim.
Where is it?
Squad member needs help.
Right at the bottom of the stairs.
Shots
Okay.
down. Squad member needs help. Squad member offline.
That's sneaky.
Team member has gone dark.
Oh, they put another one there, look.
The drone squad member in trouble. Squad member offline.
Ah,
Halfway to go.
Defensive shutdown.
Stay close to that drone or it goes nowhere.
I love video game logic, like when you get surrounded by a group of enemies, you can just fire a missile straight down.
Assistance matrix.
Don't stop. You've got it.
Do you want to hear the nerdiest thing in the world? Speaking, because we were talking about Marvel before.
Taking a load. It's good. Nice
I bet my nerdiest thing can beat yours. Go for it.
Do you remember Captain America: The Winter Soldier?
Yeah.
So in 2014, when that movie came out, I went to San Diego Comic-Con. I had on a Hawaiian shirt, board shorts, flip-flops, and then I did up the arm and prosthetic and a face mask and everything, right? And went as the Summer Soldier.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe that's
I
going
can
to
post
be.
a picture in the Discord. What's your nerdy thing?
So if you go to digitalspy.com and look for how to watch Marvel in chronological order, there's a list of around about 107, no, actually about 78, 79 shows that you can watch in chronological order. So they split up like Agents of Shield, so that the certain parts you watch like season 1 up to episode 3 and that sort of thing. And I am literally on Hawkeye, which is the last one now. I've done the entire thing from start to finish.
That's pretty impressive. I mean, is that nerdy though, or is that just showing that you have incredible commitment?
I don't know. I'll take it though. Stuck on something. Oh no!
Team member has gone dark.
Tim's twin.
Ran right into her.
Their little hand cannon things do a surprising amount of damage. Have you 100%ed Skyrim yet? That would be pretty impressive as far as nerdy accomplishments go.
I don't think anybody's 100% in Skyrim, have they? I don't think anybody's ever finished the game, have they?
I don't think anyone's ever 100%ed it, but I'm proud of myself for actually doing something different on my current playthrough.
Enemy is still active. Stay alert.
I basically ignored Lydia, and I'm having a Janasa be my companion this time, which I've never done before.
New Mass Effect game needs a store that is advertised as "We were ranked the best store by in the Citadel by Commander Shepard." That has to be done.
Big guy.
There's a person on my Discord who has the N7 logo tattooed on their shoulder with and then in small text around it in a circle that says, "This is my favorite tattoo shop on the Citadel." And I was like, that's amazing, but what would be even cooler is if you did the same thing, but instead of that, have the text say, I threatened the tattoo parlor to give me a discount. Like if you do the Renegade options at all the stores.
surprised nobody's joined us actually. I set the I set it to public. Diana had to go. Nobody's
Well,
actually joined us.
someone did join and then immediately left. I'm guessing they didn't want silver.
Someone right behind you.
The worst part of doing this solo now is I know Tim's staring at my ass.
I wasn't actually. I was got you in front. I can see if there's anybody coming up behind you.
Squad member needs help.
Oops.
I thought I had one more metagel. Boo.
Ah, man. Should we drop it down for a bronze then to finish off? I think we've only actually won one game, haven't we?
I'll be right back in 2 seconds.
No worries. I'm going to have a quick look, see if there's any stores thing. Sorry, but with ray tracing. Brilliant. Oh, no, can't afford any of that. Jumbo equipment pack, let's go for one of them. These are some launchers. Rate that. Change this weapon out.
If you want to stay on silver, I can just pick my big guess and we'll be easy mode.
No, we'll drop it down to bronze. We'll have a bronze one.
Yeah, I would recommend the high one. The platinum. I tried that. That's a toughie.
I have no idea how people can solo platinum.
Not easy. I got killed right off the bat.
Is this section only for Xbox or? I think we're playing on PC, Fabio, so I don't think it's cross gen. But yeah, if you've got it on PC, you can more than welcome to join us. Hope they bring back some kind of co-op multiplayer for the next game. Yeah, I hope there's some kind of co-op multiplayer as well. I had a look at that the Dragon Age multiplayer, and that looked more like mission based, where you've got objectives to do, and then there's like an end level boss at the end of it. Looked quite interesting, but again, it didn't stream very well.
I thought you hated bosses anyway.
Well, I do. But for
Well, I mean, aren't you the guy who also said that you've played like 5,000 hours of Star Wars: The Old Republic and never done a single heroic mission?
well, that's because I play on my own.
So do I most of the time.
Oh, look at that. We drop it down to.
If you want an interesting game challenge, apparently... Oh, sorry?
I was going to say we drop it down to bronze and we get some random jump joining straight away. Look.
Enemy data siphons operational planet side.
What was you going to say?
Get back and find that device.
Well, I was going to say, if you want an interesting video game challenge, I'm not sure how new it is, but apparently the new hip thing to do in Skyrim is you play on the hardest difficulty, and then you play as a vegan. So like your character, you can't eat cheese or milk or any meat, you basically just cabbage and apple stew. And you can pretty much only wear iron, like metal armor, no fur or hide or anything.
Whoa, wrong direction.
I'm not usually a fan of like gimmicky video game stuff, but that's almost interesting enough that I might want to try it. But I mean,
It sounds
that
like a
would be
lot
so
of
hard,
effort.
though.
I was going to say it sounds like a lot of effort for me. That.
Device disabled.
Especially if you play with survival mode on.
Is that where the weather affects you in that?
Yeah, the weather affects you. You have to. Yeah, pretty much all that stuff. The weather affects you. You have to stay. You have to sleep enough. You have to eat all that stuff.
Objective completed.
Brandon says, "What if we could become as gamers? Vegan playthroughs." Brilliant. I'm doing a vegan run.
I mean, like, yeah, it sounds ridiculous, but at the same time, I'm like, yeah, that would be really hard. I mean, anyone who's ever played Skyrim before knows. I mean, like, pretty much the only way to heal yourself and not be super hungry is when you get like beef and fish and stuff. So not being able to eat that would be a huge handicap.
Force approaching. Only one more enemy. Top marks, team. Enemy is regrouping. Time to
Ammo.
reload.
Where's the ammo?
Enemies approaching.
Oh, those bee things are everywhere.
Some good work down there. They're down to 50% capability.
To be fair, that cloud does kill enemies too, though.
Oh, does it?
Prothean research data embedded in local network. Upload the intel to
Ugh.
Yeah, it does.
Oh yeah.
Whoa. Ah, correct.
Tamagotchi style game where you must feed your character in real time, and if you don't play for multiple days, they die.
That game existed on the Dreamcast. It was called Seaman, and it had Leonard Nimoy in it.
Can't say I've heard of that one.
You basically have this weird tadpole fish thing that you have to nurture from being like right when it hatches from its egg until it gets super old and dies. And it's voiced by Leonard Nimoy, and you have to like feed it and pet it and play with it and all that stuff. Oh yeah, and you can talk to it too, because it took advantage of the Dreamcast's microphone thing.
Some good work down there. Enemy is regrouping. Time to reload. Bogeys incoming.
Oh, stop!
Uh-oh.
March, team. Enemy is still active. Stay alert. Here they come.
Copy that.
I like it. Their own guys had blocked themselves in.
Enemy is still active. Stay alert.
Your shell berry don't work with everybody, does it?
That thing's getting bigger.
It's also quite tedious.
Squad member in trouble.
Completely taken out.
Squad member has flatlined.
Ow.
I had to use my mission. Trying to save him.
Enemies down. Good shooting. Enemy is still active. Stay alert. We've got a drone down in the area. It's got true position data. Its
Oh.
area is friendly. Stay close to keep it moving.
Ah, that wasn't clever. Oh, hello. I don't quite know how I managed to get saved from an instant death thing there, but
It's possible to knock you out of if something grabs you like that to get knocked out of it.
ow, 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 I'm cornered.
Get a team member has gone dark. You're almost there.
It's kind of like in Dragon Age where if an ogre or something grabs you, you can shield bash to knock someone out of it, the grasp.
You've been doing any more of your Dragon Age playthrough?
A bit. I've been kind of stuck in, well not stuck, I've been playing a lot of Skyrim, but my Dragon Age playthrough is still going at a decent pace, I think. I'm waiting for Liliana to get mad at me when I side with, or when I pour the dragon blood in Andraste's ashes.
Just found out yet?
Enemies down. Good shooting. Enemy is regrouping. Time to reload.
No, she's gonna get pretty mad at me. Alistair's quite mad. You think the funny thing was, I've been trying to be nice to Alistair. I'm usually a dick to him, but I've been honestly trying to be nice to him this playthrough, and my influence with him is still at like a negative 17 right now. Like, I just can't please him.
I'm still trying to figure out how to use the controls on that game. Uh-oh.
Who's shooting me in the back?
Yeah, for all the stuff Alistair randomly gets mad about, I still don't understand why he absolutely loses his mind if you let the Blood Mage in Redcliffe do the thing to save the kid.
It's because he was trained to be a Templar, though, isn't it? And that's like using.
You know, the Templar just hunt rogue mages, right? I mean, I can't. He tries to be like, oh, I'm this, you know, happy-go-lucky, super positive. He like reminds me of Solaire from Dark Souls. But then you like, oh, well, I'm gonna save the little kid because it was the mom's fault all that happened anyway. And then he just like absolutely goes nuclear on you.
Well, that brings us to the end of the stream. I want to say a big thank you for everyone for hanging out. Brandon, been great to chat with you. Cody, thank you very much for coming. Nico was here earlier. Fabio, nice to see you. Thank you very much. Diana, thank you for the game. Thank you, Cerberus Guy and Curtis as well. Been fun playing. I think Dark Voice was here as well, and Hot Dog. and anybody else that's been watching, that's not been chatting. But thank you very much for hanging out. We'll be back again next week. Hopefully, the team will be back as well. And hope you have a great week. And we'll see you then. Thank you very much, guys.
Thanks, Tim. Been fun.
Yeah. Thanks, everyone.
I might go and play some Dragon Age now, I think. I'm getting a bit of the Dragon Age bug. Can't decide. Dragon Age or Witcher?
Where are you in the story? I saw you've been playing a little bit.
Yeah, I've only just met Morrigan. So, right at the start.
Everyone's favorite swamp witch.
Oh, well. What do we have here?
Her romance might be the best romance BioWare's ever done, though, in any game. I mean, it's quite amazing how good it is.